Hi, and welcome to day 4 of a week of wonder. We're in the lilac phase of the shenanigans. It's also dark here because it is 9 p.m. and that is because I had an upside down day and I had the morning off. And I'm doing all my work in the afternoon and evening. And it was incredible. I decided to give myself the morning off, which is luxurious, I know. But I didn't work until 12 o'clock. And instead I went on my wondr. And I went into town afterwards, got a coffee, did some shopping in the local herb shop. I went to the art gallery, and then I came home and I read a book for a minute. It felt so incredibly spacious and so luxurious. So I felt incredibly grateful for my life after that, even though I had a tremendous to-do list and I knew I still had to make this video and all of the things. It changed something for me. It gave me an appreciation for my life that I didn't have had I not flipped the script. Because I know that one of the reasons why I want to have my own company is so that I have that freedom, but I rarely ever take it. So today I took it. And it made the world of difference. And then I got so much work done in the afternoon. So that's what one small change of routine can do. And I wonder what you got up to. I wonder if there is something you were able to change in your routine and what it did for you. Keep tagging me, please, in your Instagram stories, on your Facebook. Send me emails. It warms my heart so much to see what you get up to. And I hope that by now, it's day 4, you're experiencing some of the delight that comes from opening this door. And I have an amazing invitation for you today. It's going to be so fun. And I have one thing I want to share. Yesterday, as I was on Facebook reading some of your comments, I saw a clip come up. And it was very random. It was a clip of Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya in an interview. And he was having a philosophical moment. And it was so cool because he was saying something to the extent of, you can be the captain of your own destiny. And it happens as soon as you realize that life flows from you rather than to you. And Zendaya was like, holy shit. And it was super funny. And I thought, wow, how interesting that this is what pops up for me right now. And I want to say 2 things about that. The first thing is that since I have been really intentional about how I live my life and what content I consume and don't consume, my whole algorithm, of course, has changed in response to that. So now my entire Instagram algorithm is videos like that, and it's philosophy and people making art and natural beauty and all these wonderful things. And it's exactly the same principle as soon as you start walking through life in this generative energy, there's reciprocity. And it happens in all the ways, even in your Instagram algorithm. You get back what you put out. And the second thing is, what he is saying is life flows from you and not just to you, so you don't have to wait. And this, of course, is that principle of proactivity that I also talk about. You become the creator. And the more you know what makes you feel alive, the more that will flow to you as well, because it's a conversation. It's just so cool. And something I talk about a lot in our online community called the Wonder Lab, which is an epic space, and I'll tell you more about that another time, is this idea of becoming the person that is for something more than being the person that is against something. And that sounds really simple. But if you look around you, a lot of people in our society have so much focus on what they're moving away from or what they don't love. And that, of course, is really depleting in energy, rather than standing for the thing that they're really for. And in my opinion, the reason why you would spend so much time on what you don't want or what you're against or what you hate is because, yes, it's really depleting and it costs a lot of energy that ultimately goes nowhere and keeps you small. But it also means you don't have to be that responsible for your life. Because with great dreams becomes great responsibility. When you become the person that's for something and you say, I'm going to open this door and create this incredibly wonderful life, then you have to stand for it. It's like saying, oh, that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Well, then you're going to have to die on that hill potentially. I mean, I'm laughing, but it's true. So many people live in this state of resignation or even cynicism and are constantly tired and groundhog daying. And there's also something that keeps them safe and keeps them there. So my invitation is, come and live in this other place and know that it comes with responsibility. And that's why it's wonderful to be in communities with people that are also doing that, because then it gives energy, it's generative in nature, that whole field. So we're going to talk about that today, about creating this field of generative energy, of feeling alive, of timelessness. So the theme that we're introducing today is sacred time. The ancient Greeks had two concepts of time, chronos and kairos. Now, chronos, we all know, chronology. It's all the moments that you can measure quantitatively. So your dentist appointments, your Outlook calendar, all of the things that you won't remember at the end of your life because they're just routinists. But then there is kairos time. And kairos time are all of the things that you will remember, that are meaningful, that make you feel alive, that put you in a state of wonder. Kairos time are those in-between moments that are transformative. Remember on day one, I spoke to you about you can have challenge-based transformation or wonder-based transformation. But that moment of in-betweenness, where you can rumble in your box of beliefs, that liminal space, that's kairos time. Because people experience that moment as timeless. It could be 5 minutes, but feel like 2 hours and vice versa. And typically you will remember that time. So the cool thing about kairos time is that you can create, you can be curious about what are the ways that I can put myself in that state? How can I create more moments that feel timeless? That becomes the true currency of your life. I always say those are the pearls of your necklace, the things that really matter. In this myth that at the end of your life you have 7 minutes of a movie that you look back on, it's all kairos moments, all sacred time. In transformational facilitation, the art, if you are a good facilitator, is knowing how to create the congruent circumstances for people to be in sacred time, so that time feels collapsed and they can have moments of intense transformation in a short span of time. See how it works? It's truly magical. That's why it's an art. Anyway, we're going to reflect on kairos time today, on sacred time. Do you have enough of it? Here's why it also matters. If you are not in balance with your kairos and chronos, then you typically feel tired a lot. You feel depleted because too much chronos time, too much routine time means that those things make you tired. Whereas when you do things that feel sacred to you, kairos time, they give you energy. They're generative in nature. So you typically do something you love and you're like, oh my God, and then you have great ideas, you meet other people, there's that, sense of wonder. So today, I want you to be curious about what those things are. and I'm going to give you a great springboard, and it is poetry. There's this incredible poet who is entirely fabulous. I love them. Their name is Andrea Gibson. I'm going to read you a poem, and the poem is called A List of Things That Don't Suck. Epic. Please, by all means, fall down an Andrea Gibson rabbit hole. You will not regret it. I'm going to read you the poem. Get a piece of paper and a pen. I'm starting to feel it's 9 p.m. My brain is slowing down. Get a piece of paper and a pen. And once I've read the poem to you, make your own list of things that don't suck. And just start writing, pen not lifting the paper. Keep going, and allow yourself to be taken, like you're running through a field and suddenly you trip over and you go down a rabbit hole, and it's just a deeper truth can come forth, and you're writing from a different place, because there may be things there that are not the things you would come up with your rational mind. And see what you remember, and see what the things are that make you feel alive, and see what that list is of things that don't suck. And leave it somewhere. Put it on your fridge, put it on your desk, work on it, keep going. Remember, all of these invitations are not just for one day. You can keep doing them. You can go on a wonder walk every day for the rest of your life. You can honor people every day for the rest of your life. The more you generate this energy, the more alive you'll feel. The more of yourself you'll reveal in the process. It's truly a wonderful door to walk through. So keep going with it. Then you have your list of things that don't suck. Typically, there'll be things that put you in a kairos state. And then my invitation is that for today, see how many things you can squeeze in. How many things that don't suck, that make you feel alive, can you do today? That's the second invitation. So you make your list, then you squeeze in as many of those things in one day and see how you feel. And then the third one is one step further. Create in the near future one wonder date for yourself, or yourself with other people, your partner, your parents, your children, your friends, where you do as many of these things as possible, like a perfect day. Drink sangria in the park, whatever it looks like for you. So the poem, I'm going to read it in a minute. Make your own list. Keep going with that list. Do as many things as possible in one day of that list, and then you create a dream date for yourself somewhere in the future. And you plan it. And remember the taxonomy of wonder. So you can keep working on that list and see, maybe you can add collective effervescence. Maybe you want to go to a football game. Maybe you want to go to a concert. Maybe you want to go dancing. Nature, mystery, music, art, architecture. It's going to be a great list. I can already tell. All right, I'm going to read the poem to you. Maybe you want to get your pen and paper, pause the recording, and then once the poem is finished, for 15 minutes, put a timer and make your own list and see if you can fall down the rabbit hole with it, okay? Here's the poem. A List of Things That Don't Suck by Andrea Gibson. Salamanders, rotary phones, superwoman capes, hopscotch chalk, unicycles, hiccups while kissing, pole vaults, gumball machines, leprechauns, music boxes, welcome mats, hand-me-down lockets, train rides, carnivals, record players, sewing kits, barbershop chairs, bubbles, chestnuts, barnacle hugs, door frames, melted crayons, soldiers in the airport on their way home, icicles, time capsules, hourglasses, recess bells, thrift store coffee mugs, lost and found boxes, go-karts, tambourines, fire pits, paper boats, snap peas, snowflakes, bay windows, porch swings, dance routines, macaroni necklaces, flying ladybugs, high fives, Ferris wheels, extra buttons, crooked teeth, dust drawings, bearded women, fabric stores, turtle faces, sleepovers, mixtapes, grandmothers, freckles, lily pads, farmers' tans, windpipes, accordions, anyone willing to play the shakers in a band. The day I was so in love, I mistook a nuclear power plant for a lighthouse. French kisses, the smell of a dog's paw, thumb wars, letters in the mailbox, the things we never ordered but still arrived, riding in the back of a pickup truck beneath a wholly New England sky, banjo strings, best friends, tutus on boys, tutus on girls, hummingbirds, whittle sticks, hail collections, rocking chairs, thimbles, love notes, cigar boxes, screen doors, claw food tubs, hope chests, skateboard parks, mismatched socks, airplane skywriting proposals, baby giraffes, beaver teeth, porch lights, tiny houses, tire swings, dandelion snow, drive-in movie dates, bathrooms without scales, shitty poems, chugging charming tea, sex with the lights on, sex with the lights off, basketball hoops in dirt driveways in Iowa, snort laughs, sexy librarians, vegan chocolate chip cookies, boom boxes in the car when the stereo breaks, slip and slides, butterflies that remember being caterpillars, staying alive. That's a good list. So see where it takes you. So there you go. You're going to write your own list. Please share some of the things on this list with me. I would be ever so happy. And if you want more kickoff lines and you want more invitations and you want to truly fall down this rabbit hole, get the Enthusiast Kit. It will have extra poetry. It will have books and movies and podcasts. And for $11, you really can't go wrong. Thank you for being here. Enjoy this day of sacred time, and I will see you tomorrow.